Hi all. Hey Ruth, how are you? Welcome everybody to 5 o'clock yoga with Coppermine. We've got Zoom and Facebook Live also. So hello to everyone on Facebook Live as well. My name is Lindsay, and for tonight's class, we're gonna just do a Vinyasa, Yin Vinyasa style of yoga, which in my opinion is kind of the best of both worlds. In the Vinyasa portion, that'll be about the first half of the class, so about 30 to 35 minutes or so, and we'll just have a steady rhythm of practice. Nothing too crazy, no insane poses where you're trying to put your foot to the back of your head, but just a nice flow. We're not gonna hold poses in the Vinyasa portion for much longer than 6 or 7 breaths. Then when we get to the Yin part for the second half, that's when we're just gonna hold the poses and really relax into the poses for deeper stretching. So those poses, we might be there for 1.5 to 2 minutes, but that'll feel really good to hold. So if you have blocks or something that can act like a block, I recommend to have that. It brings the floor up to you, even like a dictionary or a water bottle is good. You won't need a strap, but sometimes just having one around is handy also, or a belt or something. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start. Welcome to my home yoga studio, also known as my living room. And you're gonna go ahead and get started in a seated position with your legs crossed, or any way that's comfortable. And again, we're only holding these poses for the first half of class for no longer than 7 breaths, so we won't be here long. You're gonna take your left hand down next to you, your right arm up overhead, and inhale. And then exhale, lean to your left and stretch out your right side. Good. Inhale up to center, lift your left arm. Exhale, right hand is down, go to the side. Again, inhale to center, right arm is up, left hand is down. Exhale to the side. Every time you inhale, you come up and switch your arms. And when you exhale, you lean over. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. 2 more now. Inhale. Exhale. Really go for that length. Nice. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Over, over, over. Inhale up to center. Both hands to the ground. Exhale. Good. Swing your legs around. Come into a tabletop pose. On your hands and on your knees. Take your right arm up and out to the ceiling. Good, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, you're gonna go to thread the needle with your arm underneath your other hand and hold there just for a moment. And then come back out. Inhale, your arm up to the sky again. And then exhale, thread the needle. We're gonna do that 2 more times to prep your spine. Inhale, arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle under. Last one, inhale, arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, hold here, and breathe. Let the side of your head go to the floor. If you want, you can use your hand that's closest to your face and press that into the ground to help you twist just a little bit more. Nice, guys. 1 more breath in this twist. And we'll come out how you came in. So inhale, back up with your arm to the ceiling. Exhale, your hand to the ground. Nice, good. Other side, inhale, your opposite arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle underneath and hold here, side of your head to the mat. Again, inhale your arm to the ceiling. Exhale, thread your needle underneath. Inhale, arm up to the ceiling, rotate and twist. Exhale, thread your needle underneath. 2 more. Inhale, look up as you reach up. Exhale to twist under. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale up, fullest reach through your fingertips. Exhale, thread your needle. Hold here for a couple of breaths. You can have your toes pointed or your toes curled, whatever makes you feel more stable. But the hand that's closest to your face, do push into that to help you rotate your spine just a little bit more. Nice. Come out how you came in. Inhale your top arm up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Hands to the ground. Exhale. Good. Move your hands more forward than your shoulders. Curl your toes. Plank pose first. Legs straight. Notice if you're falling into your armpits like this. Make sure that you're pushing up and away from the floor. If you're not sure, you can collapse to your armpits first and then push out. Good. Hold just for 2 more breaths. We won't be here long. Take 1 more inhale together. Exhale, stay here, and then go to downward dog. Press your body weight towards your legs. Good. We're going to get your breath moving again. So inhale back to plank pose, shoulders over your wrist, and exhale to downward facing dog. 3 more times to get your breath going. Inhale, shoulders over your wrist. Exhale to down dog. Keep exhaling out the whole motion. Inhale all the way through your plank pose. Keep breathing in, breathing in. Exhale all the way to down dog. Keep breathing out, breathing out. Last one. Inhale forward to plank. Find that long breath. Beautiful. Exhale, downward dog with a long breath. Good. Now hold in your downward dog and breathe. Just kind of breathing in this moment, breathing in what you feel, where you are, the sounds, the smells, the present moment. Look to your hands and then walk your feet all the way towards the front of your mat. Take your time. No rush getting there. Good. Come into halfway lift at the front of your mat. Forward fold your head down and stay there. Bring your feet about 6 inches apart, which is 2 fist width. So you can measure with your fists. Hold your elbows, ragdoll. Good. Keep staying there. And let the weight of your head fall down as much as it can, as much as your neck is comfortable with that. It's like the weight of your head physically also carries a lot of mental weight. So as you release that physical weight, imagine that you're releasing the mental weight as well. There's always something to plan and always something to do, always a task to get done. And right now, for us, it's yoga. So let anything that's holding you back from being fully present to your practice roll off your back. Roll off your shoulders, off your head, and let it be. You'll get back to it later, perhaps with more clarity and a bit more ease. Good. Lower your hands to the floor, bring your feet to touch, and slowly come up to standing. Take your time. Maybe hands to thighs helps you a bit. Good. You see me on Facebook Live, my head is cut off. Inhale, arms up overhead. Good. Hands at chest center. I won't be in this pose long though. Let's go. Inhale, arms to the sky. We're gonna have a flow. Forward fold. Exhale, hands and head to the ground. Halfway lift, lengthen out your back and step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Lower your knee to the floor. Low lunge. Inhale up to crescent moon. Make steeple hands, so pointer fingers up, arms straight. Now make energy come out of your pointer fingers. Engage your arms. That's it. Hug your biceps to your ears. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, look up. One more breath. Inhale here. And then hands to the ground. Exhale, step back to plank pose, where we are going to hold again. That H word in yoga, hold. Sometimes we might not like it. Sometimes we might love it. But in our practice, we're seeking for the middle ground. Nice. Take one more breath, just be neutral with where you are. Lower your knees to the mat. And lower your chest and your chin. So you get this little lower back bend that we're going for here. Good. Now drop your hips, snake your legs back and your chest forward into a baby cobra. It's common here for the shoulders to come to the ears, but draw the shoulders back and down. Press your chest forward. Inhale, breath. Curl your toes. Downward dog. Use your knees for support. Exhale. Nice. Take a breath in. Exhale, step your right foot to your hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale your arms up for crescent moon. Pointer fingers reach up again. Yeah. Hug your biceps towards your ears. Smile through your eyes and look up towards your ceiling or whatever is above you at the moment. Take one breath in and hands to the ground. I love that pose. Curl your back toes, step forward. Halfway to lengthen. Forward fold, release the weight of your head physically and mentally. Bend your knees, come up to standing, arms to the sky, hands at chest center. You just completed one, we're doing 4. Inhale, arms up overhead. Forward fold, release that down. Halfway lift to lengthen yourself out. Step your left foot back now. Left knee to the floor. Arms up with your steeple hands again. Hug your biceps to your ears. Go up with your chest. Lift through your ribs. Expand through your torso. Eyes up. One more breath in. Hands to the floor. Plank pose with that H word. Hold. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Make your fingertips turn white, not because it's a grip of death, but because it helps your wrists. Gripping activates your forearm muscles, which supports your wrists. Knees to the ground, chin and chest, but not your hips. Keep your hips up towards the sky. Good. Take your legs back and your chest forward. Baby cobra with space around your neck. Good, breathe in. Downward dog, exhale, breathe out. Good, one breath in. Exhale, step your left foot to your hands, right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms up, crescent moon pose with your pointer fingers high, and then give them energy, lift. Biceps to your ears, expand, go up, go back, 3. Keep your breath steady, 2. Hands to the floor. Curl your back toes under, step forward, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Come up to standing, inhale, breath. Hands to chest center. Good, we're gonna pick up the pace for these final 2. Inhale, sweep up and look high. Forward fold, exhale it down. Halfway to lengthen your back. Right foot back, lower your knee to the floor and inhale your arms up overhead. One breath in. Hands to the ground, nice. Plank pose. Way to adjust with the tempo. Take one breath in. Knees, chest, and chin to the ground, lower back bend. Baby cobra, or use your arms for cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale, go back. Take one breath in. Exhale, step your right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, arms up just for the breath in. Hands down, exhale, step forward to the front. Good flow, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Reach all the way up. Yeah, the sun is coming out where I am. Hands at chest center. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, fold it low. Halfway to lengthen, inhale. Left foot back, knee down, exhale. Arms up, breathe in, go back, back, back. Hands down, plank pose, exhale and hold. Breathe in, firm your arms. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin go down. Inhale, cobra or baby version where you stay close to the mat. Downward facing dog. Exhale that out. Take one in breath. Exhale, left foot to your hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms up. Last time doing this, breathe in. Hands to the ground, exhale, step forward. Halfway to lengthen. Forward fold to release. Inhale to standing. Hands at chest center, close your eyes, be as still as you can. You can move your clothes and your hair in just a moment. Just take in that flow. Nice. Utkatasana. Big toes touch, knees bend, and start with your arms down next to you so that when you sit, your fingertips touch the floor. Might mean that your chest has to drop lower too. Keep your chest higher than your hips. If your chest is lower, you're in a forward fold. Chest higher. Lift your arms without lifting your hips at all. So this is not going to be a rewarding chair. It's going to be a very tight, bounded up chair. Hug your thighs towards each other to turn on your core more for 3. Breathe, stay with that leg strength. One more inhale. Fold, exhale, nice. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Step your left foot all the way back. Hold with your back leg straight. Turn to the left side of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Nice. Okay, hold here, lengthen your back like you halfway lift. And then fold, walk your fingertips in line with your toes. This is where you might want your blocks here if your hands don't quite reach the floor. Just breathe here as you kind of pull your chest under your own legs. And then come back towards your halfway lift. And we're going to twist to the right. So left hand down underneath your face, right arm comes up to the sky. Breathe in, reach out from shoulder to shoulder, and exhale, look to your top thumb. Yeah, rotate at your spine and your upper spine, which is your neck. Good, 3. Nice, hands slowly to the floor. Come out easy, easy. Turn to the front of your mat into a low lunge with all 10 toes forward. Align your front knee over your front heel and your back heel over the ball of your back foot. Good. Now hover your hands off the ground. Don't lift your chest much, just lift your hands. Bring your hands to chest center. Lift your chest up 1 more inch and then prayer twist to the right. So you hook your left arm over your right leg. A good modification is to lower your back knee. That helps you balance a bit more. Good, hold here. You've just got 3 breaths. Remember, we're not holding poses long for this portion of the practice. Take your top shoulder back as much as you can. Okay, now this is a challenge. Come up to crescent lunge with your legs low. Don't straighten your front leg yet. Hold and breathe, 3. Hold and breathe, 2, and now straighten warrior 2. Good. Keep your front toes to the front of the mat. Bend your knee in line with your middle toe. Arms forward and back for 3. Hug your core muscles in and up at the front of your body. Reverse your warrior a lot. Take your right palm back behind you. Follow your hand, your top hand with your eyes. Look up. Good. Hands to the inside of your warrior 2 foot in front of your front foot. Good. Now walk your hands to the left corner of your mat and then past your mat. So both hands are down. Good. Allow your head to release. Scoop your tailbone underneath. Yeah, good. This is kind of like a warrior two lunging reach. If it's too much, walk your hands back closer to your front foot for 3, 2. Walk your hands to frame your front foot. Turn your back heel up so that you're in a lunge. Plank pose, step all the way back. Good. Lower all the way to the floor, nice and lightly. Locust pose, take your hands back behind you, palms face the floor. Hug your legs towards each other and lift everything up. Breathe and elevate. 3. Squeeze your pinkies towards each other. 2. Downward facing dog. Exhale that back. Ooh, your breath should be elevating a little bit, your heart rate and your heat, and that is a good thing. Bring your feet to touch and lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Turn your right toes to your right wall and then lift your leg higher and bend your knee. Nice. Take a breath here as you lengthen and twist to the right and then straighten your right leg. And as light as you can, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot to meet it. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. And then chair pose with your hands to the mat. So that little teeny tiny chair. And then when you're there, arms can lift. You're only here for 3 breaths. Send energy through your arms and down through your feet equally. 1 more breath, inhale. Fold, exhale. Good job, guys. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your right foot all the way back. Turn to the right long edge of your mat, right side of your mat into a wide-legged forward fold. Good, breathe here for a little bit. Maybe you walk your hands back so that your fingers are in line with your toes and bend your elbows straight back as well. Awesome, 3 breaths. Kind of a time to catch your breath as well. Nice. Now halfway lift, walk your hands under your face. Right hand is down, left arm is up to the sky, twist to the left. Reach and breathe here. Feel how your bottom hand pushes down. You lift up and out of that bottom hand as you twist. 1 more breath. Okay, both hands to the floor. Turn to the front of your mat into a lunge with your hands framing your front foot. Take a moment to stack your front knee over your front ankle and your back heel over the ball of your foot. Now hover your hands. Lift your chest an inch to lift your hands off the mat. Lift your chest another inch to bring your hands at chest center. Scoop your tailbone under. Inhale. Twist to the left. Exhale. That transition's tough. It requires a lot of leg and core action. That was great. Keep holding here. Each inhale, can you lengthen somewhere, whether it's your back leg or your spine, and exhale to focus on your twist. 1 more breath, yogis. You got it. Here's that challenge again. As slow as you can, come up to crescent lunge. Yeah, use your muscles to transition rather than your speed. Good. Hold here, breathe in, 3. Breathe out, 2. Good, 1 more inhale. Warrior 2, straighten your front leg to transition. And then bend into your front knee, nice and low. Make sure your knee's over your ankle. You might have to shorten your stride or lengthen it. Reverse your warrior back a lot. Follow your top hand with your eyes, 3. Good, 2. And then hands to the inside of your front foot. Keep your feet there though. And then walk your arms, your hands past the right front corner of your yoga mat. So you're gonna do this reach. Feel free to adjust your feet if they need to, but do scoop your tailbone under. Good. So we're targeting the back of your left leg here. Your hamstring, your glute, maybe you feel it in other places as well. Also really good lengthening for your spine. Good, one more breath as you are. Okay, walk your hands back, frame your front foot, lift your right heel off the floor. Inhale, look forward with your chest. Exhale, step to the front of your mat, release and fold. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Forward fold and exhale. Good, come back to that mini chair pose again. You guys feel this steady flow. I don't know if it's just me because I'm moving and talking at the same time, but I feel it in my heart rate. My breath sit really low. I wasn't being a good model for that, but sit low, 3. Good, hold for 2, inhale together, and fold, exhale. Good, halfway lift, breathe in. Step your left foot all the way back. Good, turn to the side edge of your mat, wide-legged fold again. This time, fold and then interlace your hands behind your back to stretch open your chest. Hug your shoulder blades towards each other. And make sure you feel your weight as evenly in the balls of your feet as you feel it in the heels of your feet. So equanimity at your foundation. Inhale here. Good, exhale. Maybe your arms go overhead more, if that's okay for you. Slowly release your bind. So unclasp your hands, drop them to the floor. Come into a halfway lift to lengthen your back. And then from here, all the way to standing. All the way, nice and slow. Let the blood rush back down. Turn your right toes to the front of the mat, like you're in warrior 2 alignment with legs straight. Inhale, arms out. Good, exhale. Press or tilt your pelvis back, triangle. Good, right hand goes down, left arm goes upward. Inhale, lengthen your spine and your legs, and exhale, rotate. Make sure you're also lengthening your neck. It's easy to let the head fall to the right shoulder, but lengthen your head, your neck. Good. Feel energy through the middle finger of your top hand, like it's kind of pulling you up away from the floor. Good. Slowly lower your left hand to the floor. And then take your back foot about 6 to 8 inches more forward and out to the left. You're gonna set up for twisted triangle pose. So first, before you twist, have your chest go forward over your front leg and your hips point straight back. Bring your left hand to a block or the floor inside or outside your front foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist open to the right. So one special piece about this twisting pose is what it does for your outer right hip. So make sure your outer right hip is pressing to the back of the room, the back of your mat. That'll lengthen your spine and ooh, it'll give you a great stretch for your IT band and outer hip muscles. That's hard to miss. Breathe for 3. One more inhale breath. Hands to the floor. Exhale, move the block off to the side if you have it. Step forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe all the way out. Okay, we've got our little chair pose again. Bend your knees. Gonna move my mat back. Good, make sure your fingertips are on the floor for that measurement. Arms by your ears when you're ready. Hold for 5. Last one, this is like your victory chair pose. 2. Inhale together, stay for the exhale, and then fold, release it down. Good 3, halfway lift, inhale. Right foot all the way back. Turn to the right long edge of your mat, wide-legged forward fold. Make sure your feet are even, left and right. When you're ready, interlace your hands behind you with the other hand on top, whatever doesn't feel natural. Straighten your arms and squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as you fold down. This is like a twofer. This is, you get the hamstring stretch, inner hip stretch, as well as the chest opener and the shoulder opener. Good. For 3 breaths, can you find a steady inhale and exhale where the length of your in-breath matches the length of your out-breath? Slowly lower your hands down to the ground. Stay in your fold. Come into halfway lift and slowly stand on up. Let the blood rush back down. Turn your left toes towards the front of your mat. Good. Arms out like a T. And then tilt your pelvis so that your left hand comes to the block or floor. Top arm up to the ceiling. Now it's really easy to lean inward. Lean back a little bit so that your spine is stacked over your front leg. Draw your left shoulder to the back of your body. And lengthen your neck for 3. Find that steady breath again. Inhales and exhales match. Keep that steady breath as you transition. Right hand down, steady breath. Shorten your stance and widen it for twisted triangle pose. Right hand to the block or floor, in or out of your foot. Now get that spinal length first. Outer left hip to the back of the room and twist left arm up to the sky. As you twist, your left hip is going to be sneaky and go forward, but draw that back. And the unique feature of this pose, of this twist, is especially in that outer left hip lengthening. Good, those awesome steady breaths that you did before for 3. For 2. Hands down to the ground, move your block, step forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen, forward fold, exhale, and then come all the way to standing, deep breath in and in, and hands to chest center. Nice, guys. We're gonna move to the floor. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward, fold it down low. Release your head mentally and physically. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step both feet all the way back to plank pose. Just like we did before, lower to the floor slowly. Use your knees for help. Locust with your palms facing down. And draw your body up. So think of your body hugging into center line. Pinkies hug in towards each other. And your thighs hug in towards the center as you draw upward. 3, 2. Keep your chest up, lower your legs, hands next to your chest. Downward facing dog. Pull your core muscles in. Wonderful. Bring your feet close to touch. And because I forgot this on the other side, lift your left leg up high, bend your top knee and turn your hips open to the left. I wouldn't want you walking out of here lopsided. Okay, both legs to the ground. Down dog. Now lift your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, breath, just one time. A half pigeon pose. Bring your right shin to the front of your mat. Slide your left leg back until you're comfortable. And start to lower to your forearms. Now we're going to be here in this half pigeon for about 2 minutes. And gravity in that time is going to pull your hips closer to the floor, which you might like and you might not. So if you're already at your deepest depth and you don't want to go further, you might want to take a block and kind of wedge it underneath your right hip or a pillow or a blanket so that your hips don't go any lower. We've now officially moved into the yin portion of your yoga practice, or I'll say the yin-like portion. Traditional yin yoga doesn't do flow before the yin poses like we just did. And traditional yin holds these poses for a longer period of time, about 3 to 5 minutes. But these are yin-like poses, meaning that they're cooling, they're still, they're quiet, they're subtle. As opposed to the yang poses that we were just doing, where we got you heated and warm and there was movement. So for the rest of the practice is a time to center, to go inward, to feel and to soften. Good. 2 more breaths here. Walk your hands back towards you. Curl your back toes under. Take your time. 3-legged downward dog again. Right leg up to the ceiling. Maybe bend your top knee, turn your hips out to the side again. Good. Let's switch to the other side. The left leg comes up first. As you breathe in, go up, 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 and then bring your shin towards the front of your mat. Half pigeon pose. Now purposely place your shin in a certain spot. Once you've done this pose enough, it'd be funny if we actually counted how many times we've done this pose. I'm sure for many of you it's been hundreds. But once you've done it enough, sometimes you just drop your body to the pose without really paying attention of how you got there. Yoga is a practice of awareness. Awareness of the self through the self. And these poses and how we move are our vehicle for that self-study, that self-development. If it's all right for you and you haven't yet, let your forehead center drop onto your arms. So your arms are like a little pillow. Allow your jaw muscles to relax, yet keep your breath steady and fluid. Good. 3 more breaths. Nice. Start to bring your hands back. Slow, slow, slow. Curl your back toes under. 3-legged downward facing dog. Left leg goes up. Bend your top knee. Turn your hips to the side. Just kind of counter that. Good. Downward facing dog. Nice. Okay, lower onto your knees. Swing your legs around in front of you, facing the front of your yoga mat. We're gonna go to double pigeon. So regular pigeon to double pigeon right off the bat. Right shin's gonna be parallel to the front of your mat. Left leg, you're gonna hold on to it so you give it a cradle, left and right, back and forth. Your top ankle is gonna go on your bottom knee. On the other side, your ankle underneath your knee, get your hips at center. Another option is to bring your top ankle in front of your knee. Good. Okay, take a breath in. And then exhale, start to fold over your legs. Talk about an outer hip stretch. This is absolutely one. It's hard to miss. And we'll be here for 2 minutes, and you're already a little bit in. I recommend starting at like your middle depth rather than going to your deepest right off the bat, but start at your middle. And for these poses, you have an element of time. There's gravity, like I said before, that'll pull you down. And it'll do that over time. Very subtly and gently. You'll naturally find that you might go deeper into the poses without force or effort. If you don't want to go deeper, make sure you just keep your body aligned at a certain depth and just breathing there and staying there. See if you can feel a certain quality in your body of release. You might call it letting go or softening or relaxing. Two more breaths here. Nice. Start to walk your hands back. Take your time. Woo. And then to come out of this, you're gonna lean backward, unwrap your legs, straighten them out in front of you. And for about 4 breaths, we're gonna go to a seated forward fold. Hands towards your feet. Good time to use a strap to hook that around your feet or your belt or a scarf. Just 2 more breaths. Let the weight of your head fall to your shins or in that direction. Nice, and lift all the way up. Just nice to straighten your legs after we go back to the other side. So bring your left shin parallel to the front of your mat. Hold on and cradle to your right leg. Moving it back and forth is just preparing your right hip. Make sure your top foot is flexed so you don't turn your knee joint. Yeah. With your top foot flexed, place your foot on top of your ankle or in front of your ankle. Scoot your hips to the middle if they've moved around. Good. Hands can stay down if you like. Upright the whole time or lean forward, and that inch changes the sensation a lot. And just like the other side, we have a 2-minute practice here. And remember the elements of the yin side of the practice. It's subtle, it's still, it's cooling, it's quiet. Even as the pose maybe starts to get more intense through the stretch by holding it, see if you can embody those qualities, those yin qualities. Remember that your head is a lot of weight. So if you let your head drop, then it's gonna make your chest drop lower. So if you want to go lower, let your head release down. And it's not a force, it's rather a release. See if you can feel the difference between the two. 4 more breaths. Nice, you guys. Slowly make your way out of this pose. Same thing as before, lean back to come on out. Straighten your legs out in front of you. And just a 4 breath Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Just feel that stretch at the backs of your hamstrings and the backs of your knees after they were just bent. 1 more breath, inhale, stay here when you exhale. Nice, and then lift your chest all the way up. Good, you're gonna bring your right foot inside your left leg and bring your left leg to the corner of your mat. So it's not straight in front of your body, it's off to the side, and then turn your chest over your left leg and fold over your left leg, holding your foot with your strap or prop or your hands. And your body's gonna fall inside towards your bent leg, but keep your chest over your straight leg as much as you can. Turn your right side of your chest as forward as your left side is, or move in that direction. When you do that, you'll stretch these, this muscle group or this muscle called your QL on your right side and supporting muscles there, right side of your back. Good. This one we won't be here for too much longer, just about another 30 seconds. Are you embodying the qualities of release and letting go as much as you can, no matter the sensation, no matter your depth? Good. Take your longest breath that you've taken this whole practice. Take that here. And then start to lift yourself all the way up. Ooh, okay, keep your legs just as they are. You're gonna do a counter stretch. Take your right hand behind you. Your left arm is gonna sweep over towards your bent leg. Come up, lift your hips, ground your straight leg foot, and lean back. Nice. Try to see as much as you can behind you for 1 more breath in. And then come out how you came in. Start to drop your hips, take your top arm back towards the right, sweep it out in front of you, and release. Good. Other side. Right leg is extended, unless you did the other one before, with your foot out to the side, not in front of you, but out to the side. Turn your chest, and that turn is what's going to stretch now the left side of your back. And as you hold this pose, work to turn the left side of your body as close to your foot as you can, as even to your right side as you can. Even soften your grip a little bit, and grip of your hands. When we're realizing how we grip and clench and hold in our yoga poses, we'll become more in tune with that. when we're off our mat as well. We can release the unnecessary tension and teach our body and mind how to center, how to release. All of us are probably really good at holding on. We have to train our mind and body to let go. Use this pose to do just that. About 5 more breaths. Each exhale is an opportunity to release. Nice. And then slowly start to come up. Walk your hands back. Move easy as you exit. And then you're going to do that counter stretch we did before. Left hand behind you. You're going to sweep your right arm off to the left. Ground your right foot. Lift your chest up and open. 3. Breathe. 2. And come out how you came in. Sweep your arm. Sink your hips. Awesome. Release. Good. Come onto your back. Nice and slow. Once you're on your back, hug both knees into your chest. Rock side to side if you like. Good. Bring your arms out to the sides of your body. Cross your right leg over your left. You can also cross your feet if that's accessible, but just at least cross your thighs. Bring your feet as close together as they can be. Keep your knees hugging towards your chest and drop your legs off to your left. So you want your knees at about the height of your belly button or higher. Nice, guys. Hold here. Look over your right shoulder. And just letting this twist of your spine happen. If your knees go below your navel or even below hip height, that can put a lot of strain to your lower back. So with your knees up towards your chest in this twist, it helps the twist to come from that middle part of your back. That's a nice and healthy spot. Check that your left shoulder is coming out from underneath of you. It's not stuck under. 3 more breaths here. Good. Now you can either unwrap your legs here or pull your knees to your chest. Use your core, bring your legs back to center. Good. Switch your legs. Left leg over top. Wrap. Maybe your foot comes behind or as close to your other foot as you can. Draw your knees towards your chest and lower them off to the side. And again, this gravity is going to pull your legs down. If you're not comfortable with that, or if you're at your maximum depth, then place a block underneath your knees or something to keep them from going further. I usually like to do that, but my block is not within my reach. So I'm using my hand to hold my knees up to keep them from going too far. Good, and let your head fall to the left if it's not yet the opposite side of your twist. Allow the weight of your body to start to fall in towards the floor, feeling that preparation for your final Shavasana. Good. Now either slowly unwrap your legs here or pull your knees to your chest. Use your core to come back out to the center. Unwind your legs, feet to the floor. Good. Just take a breath here. Have your palms face up next to you. One leg at a time, release it down to the ground, to the corners of your mat into Shavasana. So if your feet are hitting something that doesn't allow your toes to fall out to the sides, then move that so that your feet can just fall out. The backs of your hands onto the ground. Lengthen the back of your neck so that your forehead is as in line with your chin as possible. If it's not possible, maybe you can grab a magazine or a book to put underneath your head so you've got that nice neutral neck. Everyone take a big breath in for 3. Keep breathing in for 2. Inhale and then release your breath out. Exhale all the way, every nook and cranny. And do that one more time. Inhale 3. Inhale 2. Inhale 1 and exhale out even longer than your inhale. And now let your breath be natural and easy for the next minute. Soften the weight of your arms to the ground and your legs and your hips. Feel free to stay here longer. Otherwise, 60 minutes was your time for today. Start to bend your knees, place your feet to the floor. Keep your eyes closed and slowly roll to your right side. Press yourself all the way up to seated, facing the front of your yoga mat with your eyes closed. Inhale your arms up overhead, nice full breath, pull your practice up and then bring it down to your chest center. So you can take it with you and also so that you can share it with someone else. Thumbs at your forehead center, chin slightly towards your chest, and take a moment to acknowledge yourself for today's practice. Wonderful job, you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed your hour flow. I really appreciate you being here and tuning in. Remember to check out my website for my upcoming classes, Yoga with Lindsay, with an AY, yogawithlindsay.com. And I'd love to see you guys for an online course that I have soon or another class coming up. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, your night, whatever time you end up watching this. Thanks, guys.